Were any of you guys familiar with the live-action version?
Yes.
Only when I was young, and I can't recall anything from it though.
And I'm talking about the live-action show, not the movie.
Not the movie? No.
All right, and that's for both of you, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, for me, I pretty much watched the first episode. I have that on VHS, and I mean I liked it, but I didn't have a whole lot of access to it after that. They didn't really put out more tapes of it in the stores where I could buy it. I didn't have cable at that point, so I couldn't watch it. I have a friend that knows a lot about it, and he started quoting all this stuff to me the other day about it. We were talking about it. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, that's Joe. I was like, the live-action one? He was like, yeah, that one. And, he was heavy into it, and I'm like, well, from what I saw, I did like it, but there were certain aspects about it I wasn't too crazy about, but I could deal with. Michelangelo using, the palm fuzz instead of nunchucks, or, just Leonardo using a double-edged sword was something I really didn't like, because it's an iconic shot of Leonardo with the two katanas. It's just iconic for him, and to have him just with one single sword, I was like,
well, it was part of the character trait. It was the character also, and doing that just bastardizing it.
Now, one of the things that pissed me off so much in that show was no Shredder.
Yeah,
he was in the first episode.
And then he's gone.
And then they what was it, the Dragon King or something?
Drago, the Dragon King, Lord,
Dragon Lord or something. Fucking Naga from Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, boom.
Now, one of the things I did love about the show is just because I'm a big fan of this guy, Scott McNeil. He would do these appearances. I can't even remember his character. And for those who don't know Scott McNeil, basically he's the voice of every anime you watched in the 90s. He was Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, mostly. But he's done also American shows. He was also Proto Man in the Mega Man cartoon. He's Dinobot from Beast Wars, also Rat Trap in Waspinator. Mm-hmm. Waspinator being one of my favorite characters,
Yeah.
Waspinator don't like pain. And he would just get destroyed every episode. I'm going to make sure the volume's all the way up. Off my phone, I'm going to play the intro to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation. I actually do remember watching the show because it came on right before Power Rangers in Space, and right after that, Fox Kids version of Hercules. Which, how many damn adaptations of Hercules is there?
Like a gazillion.
Young Hercules.
Do you know about old cheesy movies, the old ones back from the 30s and 40s? There are literally hundreds of Hercules movies. I'm not even joking.
Before we get even further away from Ninja Turtles, let me play this.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if this is good quality. Probably isn't, since this is YouTube. Well, now that you have witnessed the glory of The Next Mutation, what do you think?
That was pretty horrendous.
I think I like the classic Turtles cartoon intro better. It's still always my favorite one. The original cartoon from the 80s intro.
I would play that, but we might, I don't know.
There's copyrights.
Copyrights. I don't think anybody gives a shit about this one.
Yeah, the fans are more partial to the classic one, so nobody really cares about that. Most Turtles fans you talk to don't even like that show.
They don't.
It's very rare that you'll find one that does.
Basically, Sonic the movie didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like boom.
Sonic Underground didn't happen.
Yeah.
Sonic X didn't happen.
Just gotta go la la la. Didn't exist.
Just forget it. Gotta erase that from my mind.
And Sonic is a whole nother episode right there.
Therapy to get that out.
Yep. It's kind of like Barney. You have to
Sonic
go for years and years of psychology to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? All you need is a big black dude who is a Shaft ripoff wrestling you in a Sonic costume or in a Ninja Turtles costume. If no one gets that reference, that's from The Tick. If you have not seen The Tick, watch it. It's great.
Well, I guess it's just another movie to watch again.
No, it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. Yeah, it's back
It's
from Fox.
It's from Fox Kids. It's
yeah, it's the one with the big blue dude.
Yeah, it's like what is it? I am a justice sandwich. No toppings necessary. He's just even saying random shit. Again, topic for another episode.
Yep. Well, the good thing is we got lots and lots of material we can work with for different episodes, and we're coming up with a lot of stuff here, so we can always go back and listen to it and be like, oh, well, that was a good idea. And then people can sit there and leave comments in the video to give us ideas for topics. So there's a whole world of entertainment out there that we can pull from.
It's pretty hard to run out of topics.
Yeah, I'm waiting for comments though. I want to see somebody like, oh, Ninja Turtles: Next Mutation's the greatest show ever. Fuck you, you're gay.
You're gonna find
shit
someone like that.
You're gonna find somebody like that.
There's someone out there who's gonna think
you're just a bunch of fags and they're recording. You suck.
I'm looking forward to that. But I get hate mail from Twitter just from talking on there, and it's basically just hate mail. No. I feed off of it.
For me, when I get hate stuff all the time, it just pushes me to go harder with my videos. It's like, oh, you suck at playing guitar. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll play better. You suck at keyboard. Oh, here's this amazing keyboard solo. What do you think of that? So
you just want to prove them wrong.
You just gotta let it roll off your back, do better, and that's it. That's all there is to it.
Basically, be like, bam, bitch, there you go. Mic drop.
And you just look at all the positive stuff. You can go, oh, I've got all this positive and 2 or 3 negatives. I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next mutation, it was completely silly. I found some entertainment out of it, but I was like 7 or 8 when I was 7. Now there was the 2003 version, which you mentioned earlier. A lot darker, more closer to the comic books.
Where Shredder's actually a badass that you can fear. He's actually somebody that kills people in the show, and so it's that I loved about the show was that he's actually a threat. The dangers there are real. At any moment. A character could die, or something bad could happen to them.
Now, what was really funny was watching there was a crossover between the two, the 80s show and the 2003 show.
Yeah, Turtles Forever.
Turtles Forever. Mm-hmm. And it's just so funny to see Shredder from the 80s dealing with the more badass Shredder.
Mm-hmm. I actually have not watched that yet. I saw it, like, the advertisement for a while back on YouTube. I was, like, seeing it, and I'm like, I should watch that. And I just never got around.
Phil is not doing the voice of Shredder. Fail. No, actually, it's really good. It's just you.
It would just be that much better if he was doing it.
Yeah, you just get used to these voices. Yeah. You couldn't even get free. I can't believe they could not get. God, what is his name? He's awesome. It was the voice of Raphael. He's the voice of Donatello for the new show. I can't remember his name. Damn it.
If you know his name, leave it in the comments.
Yeah. Comments we're not going to get far away from mics.
Well, you never know. I mean, we could skyrocket like that.
Watch out, Smosh will around on your ass. Rob Paulson. That's his name. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You couldn't get Rob Paulson. And Rob Paulson, he still does voice work. He still enjoys it. Now, luckily for him, he's gotten to this point to where he doesn't even have to go to a studio or anything. He just records it and sends it in.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's convenient.
You get to a certain point that Jim Cummins is at that point. Scott McNeil, he's an interesting case. He could just do that, but he doesn't, just because he loves the whole environment and all that.
Yeah,
probably likes to travel, be there.
And plus, I think he said once I think he has a studio now, but for a long time he didn't. So whenever he would be screaming Super Beam Cannon, it was better to have a sound studio.
Yeah.
Like, let your neighbors around hear you and just be like, what the fuck is that person doing?
Special Beam Cannon.
You should see me in my house. I mean, I get all kinds of weirded out looks all the time because I will be filming short films in my front yard, and I'm running around in all these weirded out costumes, including Ninja Turtles. I did that film that once.
You need to watch the Cinema Snob, because some of the stuff he's done in his yard, he was out there with a diaper. Him and his buddy were like butt diaper. It's a parody of the Human Centipede. And you have Spoonie, Noah Antweiler, dressed up as an evil scientist. His character, Dr. Insano. He's like, yes, feed him. It's just completely ridiculous. Now, I'm actually, your neighbors never saw something that weird.
I really can't say. For me, it's mainly they think I'm a very violent person. I don't understand why. I mean, it's like I'll do a lot of martial arts training outside, or weapons training. I do knife throwing and nunchuck, swords, guns, all types of training. Not guns. I'm actually not shooting. But I mean, getting back to talking like you were saying about turtles. I mean, that is where a lot of that weapons training comes from for me. I have katanas naturally. I have bow staves. I have nunchucks.
That's kind of half the reason why I collect swords.
And recently I never had a pair of sais. Raphael is like he's really Leonardo and him are like my two favorites. I can't.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about this episode of South Park.
Thinking about South Park, I'm thinking about Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
I'd be in a gang because I have really good skills with my bow staff and
Star Wars came up in this shit.
And so I saw these pair of size at the pawn shop here a while back. I do a lot of shopping there for guitars and stuff. So there's a pair of size, and they're just badass looking. They got like skulls and bones all over them and stuff I'm into. And I'm like, this is awesome. I have to have these. How much are these? $40. I'm like, I got $40. I can either put in layaway a keyboard or I can buy these size. I bring them home like, yes, these are awesome. They're real size. They're just like Raphael's.
Were you holding them like you did, with
the proper grip where you do it like that? Yeah, because people think immediately. I used to do this a lot. You spin a side, you do this, right?
I had toy size when I was a kid. I thought they were stupid looking, but that was me. If it wasn't a sword, fuck it.
I had a pair of rubber size from the Turtles, and I loved them, and my dogs chewed them up.
Oh.
And I was like, I've never found another set of them. They were Halloween props, and they were the best props ever. They were full size, real weight, everything.
Halloween '94, I was Leonardo. I'm just saying.
But I used to spin them like this. Like you think you spin them like a gun. That's not how you spin size. So I'm there. I'm like, got these metal sides. Okay, I'm a master at this. I'm going to spin these. I try to do a double spin, and the sides fly out of my hand, whack me in the head. The other one flies down, racks me in the crotch. I'm like, oh, God. I fall over. I'm like, oh. All right, let's do this again. Get up. Start spinning. Okay, I got one spin, two spin. They fly up there. They're coming down, pointing at my eyes. I'm like, oh, shit. Start running away. They stick into the ground. I'm like, okay. All right, this is the age of the internet. YouTube, how to use sides like Raphael. Okay. Oh. They lied to me. Because you don't actually spin them on your fingers, but you always see Raphael spinning them on his fingers in the cartoons. You always your wrist just turns. That's all you do when you spin them. You're just doing this over and over and over again, or reverse. There's a little twirl that goes in it, but you never leave your fingers. I'm like, they lied to kids. People were griping about Michelangelo's nunchucks. Kids making them and hurting themselves. Kids could have seriously hurt themselves with size if they ever got their hands on them by doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, but what parent is going to buy their kids size?
Nobody. But this leads into the next thing. Well, I'll use a knife.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to that area then. Well, I can't buy a size. I'll grab the knife in the kitchen. I'll start trying to spin it, and you can lead to tons of harm. Yeah. But people always were griping about nunchucks. It's like, oh, nunchucks are so easy to make.
Here's my thing. I always wanted nunchucks when I was a kid. Nunchucks and swords. That was my thing. Mm-hmm. I tried to make my own nunchucks with a rope and two sticks. And of course, I'm ghetto, so I just grab two sticks from outside. One has like a split at the end where it's like splits into two, and I just put duct tape around them, duct tape the ropes to them, and of course I'm using like this stupid, kind of a horse rope. It's thick, not a lot of give to it. Mm-hmm. So it's the only thing I had. So I tried it. Went to my friend's house, and we were gonna go, play Ninja Turtles. We were going to be turtles, and of course, cowabunga and all that. I swung it. The duct tape gave. It wasn't even duct tape. It was electrical tape.
Oh, that's even worse.
It gave, and I popped my friend in the face with the stick.
I think everyone in their life has hit their friend more than likely with a stick. I mean, who hasn't played swords with a stick?
Well, how many people made their friend bleed?
I almost broke my front window from nunchucks because I took a broomstick, cut it in half, took a rope, took those nails that you
I gotta ask, how old were you?
15.
15. I was 7.
And so I'm out there, I'm like, they actually worked pretty good. Spinning around like, yeah, cool.
Like
Michelangelo, yeah. Why does this feel like? And then it flew. I hear, donk! Like freeze. I'm like, turn around very slowly. And look, I'm like, I'm dead. I am so dead. If that window's broken, I'm dead. And I look, and the nunchuck had flown and hit like 2 inches away from the window. And it hit the wall and just hit the ground. I'm like, go up, grab the nunchuck. I'm like looking at it. I thread the rope back through, push the nail back in, go back out and start doing it again.